never listens. He doesn't understand. It's not fair.
Want some wine with that cheese, Anakin? Or you want some cheese with that wine? I totally screwed up the punchline.
You must gain control.
No kidding. Hey guys, welcome back and happy Thanksgiving. First of all, I want to say how much I appreciate the comments that I've already gotten on my re-reaction to episode 1. Thank you guys so much. I'd also like to thank everybody that I'm getting so close to hitting 900 subscribers. 3 more to 900, 103 more and I'll hit 1,000 and I'm pretty excited about that. But enough of this. What I really came here for was to do a rewatching and review of Attack of the Clones, continuing in my Star Wars marathon. Again, this is one of those movies that is not terribly popular in a lot of circles that I've read. That's actually less popular than The Phantom Menace. As it's getting fairly late and I don't want to stay up all night editing these suckers, I'm going to get things started. And after I watch the movie, of course, I'm going to be reviewing it the same I did Episode 1. I may or may not rant a little bit during this one. If you dislike it, I apologize in advance.
There's unrest in the Galactic Senate. Several thousand solar systems have declared their intentions to leave the Republic. This separatist movement under the leadership of the mysterious Count Dooku has made it difficult for the limited number of Jedi Knights to maintain peace and order in the galaxy. One of the few opening crawls I don't have memorized. And I know I'm gonna get hated on for this, but I like CG Yoda in 2 and 3 way better than the puppet Yoda in Episode 1. Episode 1 Yoda did not look right. Could that kid be any more awkward? He sounds bored. That's the Anakin's problem with most of the dialogue. He sounds like he's bored. He's like, It's kind of interesting though to have a relatively flat delivery and a little bit more expression in his face at the same time. That's kind of unusual. Ugh. Yuck. Ugh. Those suckers are disgusting. Ah, he's got a heck of a good grip. I hope the owner of that speeder wasn't too angry to find his favorite yellow and green speeder crashed later on in the bowels of Coruscant. Ewan made his dialogue work. He really did. Well, most of the time. There's a couple times in Episode 3 where it's kind of like, what? But, yeah. That was so clumsy. He's all casual. That's like Obi-Wan's middle name. He's so casual. Even when something terrible is happening, he's like, oh, he catches it, puts it down. Oh. You know, when they say disarm, they don't really mean literally. I think the Jedi are sort of... I think some of them are getting senile because they're seriously sending this hormonal teenager along with somebody who he was close to when he was young, alone. And on top of that, this kid started training late, so how much self-control do they think he has? It's not like he's one of the younglings who started when they were 2. So, honestly, I pin that on the Jedi. Some of this was self-inflicted on their part. I know she meant well trying to keep him involved and everything, but honestly, Jar Jar wasn't cut out for this. They should have gotten somebody else. Of course, with as powerful as Palpatine was, I don't know if someone else could have resisted the temptation or been a little stronger or not done it or what, but anyway. He's got like stalker eyes, like he's undressing her in his head. That's, especially that smile he gives, like, ugh. Kid needs a slap. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh, I love the sequence. For no other reason other than I love to see Yoda teaching, and the kids are adorable. Aww. I made a youngling costume for my nephew once. It looks like a spoon. The chair looks like a spoon.
Listeners, you will be delighted to hear that we are on schedule.
I can't help but thinking
Swim to that island every day.
that
I love the
I know it's not like an official function or anything, but Padme needed to be covered up a little bit more if she's around a hormonal teenager. I mean, I know, it's not,
names of the birds singing.
no matter what you're wearing, it's never consent to kiss or anything else, but still, he's young and he's obviously, anyway, it's just, it feels like Padme's sending mixed signals here. It's like, maybe she's unconsciously dressing like that because she really does like Anakin and doesn't mind him seeing her, but that's what I'm thinking. It's just she's not even thinking about it consciously. She keeps listening to reason like, no, this isn't gonna work, but then in the back of her head is like, he grew into something very, very cute. You know, she's only human. Nobody's perfect, so I can't come down too hard on her. But if she didn't want to kiss him, she should have just backed away now. But obviously she really did want to kiss him, even though she knows it's not going to work. And this is the moment in the theater where everybody went, oh, shoot. Those aren't just clones. Those are the future stormtroopers. Especially this scene right here. I remember going, oh no. So that's where the stormtroopers came from. Of course, later I learned that most of the troopers were enlisted and not clones. Because the growth acceleration, they'd be too old. So, which of them suggested the picnic anyway? And there's nobody else around. That's a date. Whether they think it is or not, that's a date. I don't know, now that I'm older, I feel almost like parental towards them. Like, they're like, okay, you're grounded and you're grounded. Maybe I'm just overreacting, but that's how this scene makes me feel. And if you look at Anakin's eyeline, you know exactly where that boy's looking. Dude, don't do that until after you untie your hands. Ah. Oh. That's a facepalm moment. You know, when I first heard that Anakin was going to see Watto again, and I had the suspicion that his mom was going to die anyway. I just didn't know how or when. When I heard that Watto was going to pop back up, I honestly thought that Anakin was going to go dark side on Watto and slice him up. Ah, Sir Christopher Lee. May he rest in peace. And he redirects his anger to others.
He's holding me back.
What's wrong?
That's kind of a heartless question. His mom just died. What do you think is wrong?
You must join me, Obi-Wan.
I swear.
And
If
together,
Kylo Ren says, join me in Episode 8, heads are going to roll.
It is with great reluctance
Ugh.
that I have agreed to this calling.
Yeah, right.
I love democracy.
About as reluctant as a 5-year-old in a swimming pool. Full of taffy.
Give me,
Ugh.
I will lay down when this crisis has abated.
Liar! Indy, why do the walls move? Oh. Ah. How many times has that happened? Reek. Normally vegetarian, been fed only meat, and that's what turned his coloring red. Acklay. Criminy, look at that crustacean. And the Nexu. Looks like a cross between a porcupine, a Tasmanian devil, and a rat. Got a bad feeling about the favorite shot right here. Oh yeah, all those Jedi. That is so awesome. Saw this movie and I wanted so bad to make a Jedi costume. And I finally did. Incoming. Worst joke in the entire Star Wars saga. Ugh, that was bad. I love bad jokes, and even I think that's bad. Oh, that's even worse. Unfortunately, the Jedi are dropping like flies. Yoda's weirdest line ever. I remember seeing that in the theater and thinking, oh shoot, they're the ones who did the Death Star. So now that Rogue One has come out, was Mr. Urso in contact with the Geonosians, or was it just passed along from person to person? See, kids, that's what happens when you run head-on into a dangerous situation. I kind of like this part of the duel. Because they've got that interactive lighting on their faces and it looks neat. Ouch. Yoda fighting with a lightsaber. Buzzing around Dooku's head like a gnat. Ow.
The dark side has fallen. Begun. The Clone War has.
Watch the differences on their expression. Anakin's like, he's got this smile on his face, and Padme's like, what did we just do? This was a mistake. And Iris out.
So that's been my reaction to Attack of the Clones. Again, I'm sorry this is going to be so far delayed. I may watch episode 3 in the morning or wake up super early to finish editing all this because it's after 10 already and there's no way I'm going to try and upload anything or edit anything this late at night because my eyes hurt. I need to go to sleep. Episode 2, another one of the prequels that is not well liked by most people. I do find it more... Oops. I do find it more enjoyable than episode 1. For several reasons. It looks like the production value is a little higher and it moves a little faster. It's not quite as slow. And there's not quite as many politics. So, best moment in episode 2, Geonosian arena battle. With all those Jedi running out against the battle droids. That moment was awesome. Worst moment, Probably the fireside chat between Anakin and Padme. It was so cringeworthy it wasn't even funny. Best acting in episode 2... I have to give that to Ewan McGregor. He improved a lot between episodes 1 and 2, and I think his acting was the best, and I'm so tired. Ugh. Worst acting in episode 2... I don't know. I don't want to say Hayden Christensen. He's not necessarily a terrible actor. He's just got very, very unusual delivery, and couple that with a bad script, and yeah, it's not a good combination. Daniel Logan, Boba Fett. Young Boba Fett. It was very overacted, so yeah. Boba Fett, young Boba Fett had the worst acting in episode 2. Most overrated character in episode 2, Jango Fett. Bounty Hunter, big deal. And we find out exactly where Boba Fett came from. He was a clone. Mystery solved, there's nothing left about him that we need to know. Most underrated character in episode 2... probably Klieg Lars, because we get a little bit of backstory about him in the novelization, and he really did love Shmi. I mean, what a sweet guy. He, bought Shmi just so he could free her and then marry her because he'd fallen in love with her. And that's, late in life. So how great is that for Shmi? So yeah, I think Klieg Lars is the most underrated character in episode 2. Favorite musical piece has got to be the unreleased track where they're in the droid factory and Anakin is dodging the chopping blades. Rum, ba ba bum, ba ba bum, ba ba bum, rum, ba ba bum, ba ba bum, ba ba bum. I love that piece. It's really fun. And the ranking in the saga, probably 6th out of 7 or 8. I don't know. It's just a touch above episode 1. It's more watchable than episode 1, but there's several things about episode 2 that are worse than episode 1. Okay guys, that's been my that's been my rewatching and reviewing of episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Tomorrow I am planning on watching Revenge of the Sith. I am so tired right now. My eyes hurt so much that I'm not doing anything else tonight. You guys can complain about falling behind if you want, but I don't care. Hope everybody in the United States had a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you tomorrow, but until then, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Night, guys.